Susu, and welcome to SimsPlayhouse presents How Do I Organize My Mods and CC Folder. This is your girl Shanae, and before we go any further, just go ahead, hit that like button, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe, turn on notifications so you can be notified the next time I upload another video. I have been asked to do a video explaining or showing how my mods folder is organized, and it is a little bit anal. I do have a lot of stuff in here, and usually I have my stuff in the detail format, just personally for me, but for the sake of the video, I decided to go with large icons and in a large screen format so you guys can see fully everything that I have in here. Now, there are a couple things that I need to make plain. Number one, you cannot have working mods in your game without this folder, this file right here. The resource.cfg file is extremely important. EA even included it when they created the mods folder for us in our filing directory system for the game. Thank you, EA, for that. This cannot go anywhere but in the main mods folder. If you put it anywhere else, your mods or CC, neither your mods nor CC will show up in your game. They will not work. So that's number one. Very, very important. Number two, script files. Script files are anything that end with .script. So the Andrews S4 Studio Accessories .script. I believe this is for the Umbrella custom content. The Andrews pose player .script, that has to stay as well in the main folder. Now, some script mods will work one folder deep, which means you can create a folder in here called script mods or script files and place all your script folders and your script files in that folder, and it will work. Some of them will not, but you have to read the creator's instructions to decide whether or not you can place the script file in the main folder, or if you have to put it in, if you can put it in one folder deep. For example, the MCC mod, it's a lot of the MCC, I keep missing out the last C, MC Command Center mod. This one is mostly script files, as you can see. So the creator data pool has done it in such a way that we can indeed put this all into one folder and keep it together, and it makes updating a whole lot easier. So basically, in mine, I have all my career and aspiration traits in a folder, all except those created by Skillful Simmer 340. The reason I did that was because I actually started the only custom career and custom trait mods I would get before would be from Skillful Simmer. Eventually, I started getting others and decided to put the others, all of the others, in here. From Midnight Tech, HBCU, Asia Mecca, you know, as long as they are custom career or trait, they are in this folder. Events, custom events, I also have, and they have their own folder. Oops, there you go. Kawaii Stacy, I use a lot of her mods, hers and Lil Miss Sam, and because I have a lot of mods that are created by both of them, I decided to create folders for them to make it easier to get to. My poses, they have their own folder, and in the folder, now this is the other thing to remember, you can go up to 5 folders deep in your mods folder and everything will show up in your game. So in my poses folder, I do have a lot of poses that are not in folders, as you can see, but these are because I have probably 1 or 2 that are created by the same creator, and I have not. I do have a few here, so I need to make a folder for 001 Studio K. I do need to make a folder for that, and that's how I make my folders. If I realize I download a lot of content from a particular creator, I put them all in that creator's folder. So Joanne Bernice, I have a lot of Joanne Bernice's poses. So I have a folder for her Atashi 77. I also have a lot of their poses. So you guys see where I'm going here with this. If I have a lot of content created by one particular person, I will create a folder and put all of their stuff in there. That makes it easier if I have to find updates or something is wrong with something, or whatever the case may be, something's wrong with one of their poses or whatever. It's a lot easier for me to find and fix. One of the things that I have said that I was going to do was go in and rename some of the poses for me to find them easier when I go into Pose Player, because as you can see, this folder has 547 items in it, but only a few of them are so. Let's now look into the folder that is really the one that everybody really wants to see. Now, some people, they do separate their custom content in terms of cast or build by mode. Mine is a little bit more in depth than that. And I did start having mine done in cast and build by mode. I did start having simple folders. For example, I'm going to the toddler folder here, and I'm using this as an example for you guys to see what my folders originally looked like. It was, hair, shoes, tops, accessories, swimwear, full suits being like full outfits, stuff like that. A couple creators, I had this was how my folders originally started in my custom content, my CC folders. But then as I continued to collect custom content from several creators, I decided to break it down a little bit more in terms of the actual creators. I still have my build mode, which really and truly just takes care of things like wallpaper, wallpaper, flooring, doors and windows, arches, that sort of stuff. I also have something separate for clutter. I have something separate for food decor items. I have something separate for furniture. I used to have like objects as a thing, but no longer. I've broken it down into clutter, decor, furniture, sets. Yes, I do have a lot of sets in here. Where's my sets? Sets in here. I'm sorry guys, my throat is a little scratchy too, so I'm drinking a lot of water. And you can see in each one I also have a merged folder that allows me to show or to keep all my merged sets. And it's a lot. I merge everything by sets so that it can flow easier and load faster, but it also makes, when something is broken, I can just remove that entire set and figure out what's wrong or what's right. So this, it's a lot. You see 137 folders in here, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, because I also have stuff that's bigger and deeper, and I go fairly deep in terms of what I have. Okay, for example, let me show you guys really quickly. This can actually go into one merged set. It really can. But this is basically a house that I downloaded off of Tumblr. It's a boho street apartment style house, and there were a bunch of mods that were included in that build. Well, instead of having 200-300 files hanging around, and some of them were duplicates in my case because I had some of them from other creators. I had already downloaded those specific sets from the creators prior. I simply took out the duplicates and merged them all into one file, so that this particular house build or lot that has downloaded, with the exception of the mods that I already had from prior downloads, everything else in here was merged into one file. And it just makes, if I have to share that house with someone, for example, they just get the file instead of having a multiplicity of files, as it were. But don't worry, creators, I won't share your files like that. That's just not what I do. I'm just saying, for example, just to make things clearer as to why I have some things like this. I even have, let me show you guys, deco sims. Some of these are merged, and yes, I do have some Patreon stuff. Most of these deco sims are from Leo Sims, and she gave me quite a few of her Patreon stuff as a gift. So I didn't have to actually have a Patreon account or anything like that, but I do have that from her. And yes, I will tell you guys right now, Patreon versus non-Patreon. Listen, EA said that you can have your stuff on Patreon, but after 2 to 3 weeks you need to make it public. If you don't make it public, and there are other sites that will make it public for you and I can get them, I will get them. End of discussion. Love me, hate me, whatever. But if you're keeping your stuff up behind paywall sites longer than 3 weeks to a month and you're not releasing them to the public like you should, I'm gonna find them, I'm gonna get them, and that's the end of that. I'm not even gonna front. So, but this is it. This is my mods folder. This is my CC folder. This is the jewel. These are the jewels that are in my CC folder. And if you guys ever wanted to know what the size of my mods folder is, I'm going to show you guys right now. Today is Thursday, the 11th of October, and I have 43.8 gigabytes worth of custom content on my game, and that's a lot. And I still have a few weeks worth of custom content to download, but that's a whole nother story for another day and something else to be taken care of another time. So yeah, that's it. This is my mods folder, and this is how it's organized, and I hope it makes sense to you guys what I did and how I did it. It's just my anal way of doing things, and it's a lot, I know, and it's crazy, I know, but it's just the way that I do things. It's weird, I know, I understand, I admit I'm weird, but this is it. That's it, my mods. Thank you for watching my crazy organized mod folder that looks like I have some form of OCD or something. Thank you for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on notifications so you can be notified the next time I upload another video. This is your girl Shanae, and this is SimsPlayhouse presents How Do I Organize My Mods Folder. Thank you for watching. Dag. If you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Dag.